Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Jordan, and I'm back with another drawing video. In this video, I'm going to be colouring in this really creepy line work which I did a while back. You can check out the line work video if you want to see how I did that. Basically, this was for a creepypasta which I made up, so I'm going to be talking a bit about some of the thought process behind that creepypasta, and also talking a little bit about the drawing process, because I often don't really talk much about that, so there's some of you guys who are probably interested in that. You up and coming artists who might want to learn how to use Copics and pick up some techniques, because they're pretty tricky when you first start using them. I know it's daunting when you first start using the Copics and they don't blend well, and it can be really frustrating, but if you stick with it and you keep practicing, you'll find you'll keep learning new ways of doing things and you'll keep improving. I'm definitely still learning new ways and better ways to colour. Lately I've been experimenting a lot with using texture, which is pretty different for a lot of Copic drawings because a lot of the time people are trying to get as smooth blending as they can, especially for anime styled stuff. So I've been pretty much doing the opposite, trying to get it really rough, making it look like there's ink splatters, just really gritty, and I find that lends itself really well to the creepypasta videos I've been doing, and just getting a really darker, grimy vibe. So there's just so many different ways you can do things, and it all comes down to experimentation, trying new things. You'll see with my drawings it kind of progresses, the different styles that I use. If you look back at my old stuff, it's pretty different to what it is now, just the way that I do things. So I definitely can't recommend practicing enough to you guys. It's easy to get frustrated about where your art is and always wanting to be better. But if you actually put the time in and practice a bit each day, constantly doing new drawings, you will improve drastically. It will take years, but if you enjoy doing it, the time that it takes doesn't feel like a chore. You'll actually enjoy doing it. You'll enjoy the process. Sometimes you'll get frustrated, sometimes you might get art block, but it's all part of the process, and overall you'll enjoy it. And that's something that I've definitely learnt the more that I've drawn. I've kind of stopped comparing myself so much to other artists. I used to get really frustrated when I saw other amazing artists and they always seemed so far away, like it wasn't obtainable to get to that level. It just seemed completely alien to me. Now I've kind of realized that I'm just doing my own thing. I don't have to strive to be just like someone else, because no two snowflakes are the same. So deep. It sounds like I've read some teenager's cover photo from Facebook. No offense. If you've got one of those inspirational quotes, good for you. Stay positive. Anyway, I've lost track of what I was saying. Something about finding your own style maybe, and not trying to be like other people. I don't know. I'm sure it was extremely important, and now it's lost forever. Not really. I already talked a little bit about how I came up with the creepypasta in the inking video. Basically, I stayed up late drawing and then I went to brush my teeth and the idea just popped into my head, and then I came back downstairs to my room and started recording, just making it up as I went along. Pretty spontaneous, and it was a lot of fun and it went pretty smooth, kind of surprisingly so. Maybe I'll do more stuff like that in the future if you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of interesting because I'm recording this before I've actually released that creepypasta video to you guys. Obviously, by the time you guys are watching this, it would have already been out for a couple of weeks, just because of how I schedule these videos. So I'm still not sure how people took it. Maybe people thought it was terrible and completely hated it, but I actually thought it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. It's a shorter one. I know some people want longer creepypastas, but for just like a freestyle creepypasta, I kind of had to keep it small, and I think it was really cool. So maybe I'll do more stuff like that in the future. But what I've found is kind of interesting. Often I get these ideas when I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm kind of unwinding. My brain is slowing down. Well, it's not slowing. I don't know the technical things. I'm not some sleep scientist, but you know when you're getting ready to bed and you're kind of just lying in bed and you're thinking about different things, often you get some interesting ideas. It's almost like you're thinking about things in a different way than normal during the day. It's kind of interesting. So I often keep a book, like a little journal thing, next to my bed. If I get some idea, I can just quickly write it down. Or sometimes I'll just get my phone out and then record the audio, so record a video and just kind of talk into it, and then that will also get the idea down. It can be a bit of a struggle when you're tired though, because you're like, I really can't be bothered, but this could be some awesome idea. So I try and do it anyway. And then occasionally the next day you listen to it and you're like, yeah, that was a terrible idea, but it seemed freaking awesome at the time. Sometimes I have these dreams, like I have pretty interesting dreams. I watch lots of horror films, so some of my dreams are kind of messed up. I'm just used to it now, but I've had these dreams that at the time seemed like they'd be an awesome movie, all this crazy stuff happening, and then I kind of wake up properly and then I'm like, yeah, that was really lame. There was not much substance to that at all, and I thought it was like some deep and intricate storyline going on, and it really wasn't. So that happens as well, but you can still get some really cool ideas. I think that's how J.K. Rowling got the idea for Harry Potter. Or maybe I'm thinking of Twilight. A bit different. I'm glad I cleared that up though, because I was about to get Harry Potter fans attacking me for getting a fact wrong. I'm actually a pretty big Harry Potter fan as well. It's just been a while since I've read the books, so I forget a lot of things. I've got a bad memory as it is, let alone remembering useless facts about it. But the point I was trying and failing to make, you definitely can get some really different ideas from your dreams. This wasn't from a dream, by the way. I was just getting ready to go to bed and then it just kind of popped into my head and I went from there. But I guess the lesson is to always be open to ideas whenever they might come from. It's not always like you sit down thinking like, alright, now I've got to come up with a new drawing, got to think of it now. Sometimes these ideas just kind of flow into your head naturally and spontaneously at any given time, so just be open to that. Listen to me sounding all crazy, talking about getting ideas from dreams. As if you guys didn't think I was crazy already. Speaking about dreams, the main concept of this story is that the main character can see his own death in his dreams, and death takes the form of a figure shrouded in darkness. Thus the name, the Shadow Man. How creative is that? But I thought it was kind of an interesting idea. Obviously, it's not super original. There's heaps of different stories surrounding death because it's a pretty interesting topic that we all face in our own ways. The Shadow Man in my story wasn't really meant to be an evil character or anything like that. It was more just a looming presence that is constantly there, and in some ways the main character who sees this figure in his dreams kind of comes to terms with that as he gets older and is ready for it in a way. For the drawing of this story, I wanted the focus to be on the eyes. It's all about this figure that is constantly watching. I didn't want it to be just some evil eyes, that wasn't the point. I wanted there to almost be a certain sadness in the eyes. So hopefully some of that came across in the artwork. But the cool thing is everyone has their own interpretations, and that's kind of what art is all about, in my opinion. Everyone can get something out of the piece that's relevant to them, or maybe you just think it looks cool and you don't think about it, and that's completely fine. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the story video as well. I've got heaps of stuff planned. I'm working on a bunch of new creepypasta drawing videos. Ben Drowned is one of them. I know heaps of people have been requesting that, so I'm really excited to be working on that one. I think that's going to be a really cool one. I've always been a really big Zelda fan, so I'm looking forward to drawing that. It's going to be a really cool piece to work on. And the story's an interesting one as well, so look out for that. Thank you guys so much for all of the support you've been showing me in the comment section and just checking out all of these videos. It means a lot. I put a lot of time into it, and I really appreciate it when you guys get something out of the videos, whether it's motivation to draw, or you just enjoy listening to my creepy voice in the stories, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's a compliment. We'll pretend it is a compliment. But thank you guys so much. You can check me out on Instagram if you want to see more photos of my artworks and works in progress and see some of the upcoming projects I'm working on. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That would be really awesome. And like always, I will catch you guys next week in next week's drawing video. My throat is killing me. I think I'm getting sick again. No. She explained it was a storeroom and that it was out of bounds. She reminded him of this several times before allowing him upstairs. So he followed the instructions of the woman at the front desk, going straight to his room and going to bed. However, the insistence of the woman had piqued his curiosity. So the next night, he walked down the hall to the door and tried the handle.